We've gone to the doctor's office and they gave her a couple of samples.
Crockett and Collins are both part of a Facebook group that Collins started this week called Baby Feeding Support. There are already 40 members, parents looking out for one another.
And, they can post where they see stuff and someone else in that area can see it and know where to go for the right one. Or if someone has questions about, have y'all seen this formula? I'm really needing it for my baby. Do y'all happen to know where I could find it at? Then we can help those people find a specific one.
According to WIC of the Brazos Valley, the area has seen a rise of families in need of formula. They do provide lactation education and care and give formula to parents with limited resources. Crockett says the support of moms in Aggieland is making a difference.
Anytime anyone needs anything, these women are wonderful. So I've had probably 3 people donate those exact cans.
WIC of the Brazos Valley are encouraged that the shortage will be ending soon. They've already started to see some products restocked. Reporting in Bryan, Rebecca Fiedler, KRHD News.
A local coalition has received recognition from the state of Texas for its work on suicide prevention. The Brazos Valley Coalition on Suicide Prevention was named the 2022 Outstanding Local Coalition, awarded by the Texas Suicide Prevention Collaborative located in Austin. The coalition, founded in 2019, focuses their efforts to reduce suicide throughout education and teaching.
It means a lot to the community to know that, hey, this organization is here. We're top notch. We know how to help people prevent suicides as well as help people recover. So I think it's really important that we have the recognition, not so much for ourselves, but for the community to know that, hey, we're here and we're here to help people and we can do an effective job if given the opportunity.
Vance adds the coalition will continue its suicide prevention and awareness education, focusing in schools, university, veterans organizations, and law enforcement agencies. For medical students at A&M, receiving their first patient is a bittersweet moment. Texas A&M College of Medicine students gain hands-on training in a unique way. Through the Willed Body program at A&M, cadavers are donated to assist students in understanding the anatomy of the body.
There's no way that I would have been able to really adequately understand the human body in such a three-dimensional way. I really feel that their gift to us has made all the difference.
Students say it's an invaluable opportunity.
And all of these individuals who donated their body do so for the purpose of educating our students. So we have our students visualize these individuals as their first real patients that they experience in their medical careers.
During these studies, they focus on basic instrument handling and dissection techniques.
A whole body donation is a very, very unique opportunity that the public has to participate in the education of our health professional students.
With the partnership of a local funeral center, it's all made possible.
It means a lot that we're able to help medical research. We're able to provide families some comfort in knowing that they've been able to make a difference with their loved one being donated to science and to medical research.
Students feel that difference almost immediately, as they say their academic careers are propelled by their experiences.
And it allowed me to grow personally, professionally, and hopefully to be a more empathetic and understanding provider once I'm actually in the hospital doing rounds.
There are several ways that people can donate their bodies. If you're interested in contributing to the future of medicine and science, you can contact Callaway Jones Funeral Center for more information on coordinating body donations to Texas A&M Health Science Center College of Medicine. It's a story you'll find in a place that's special in the Brazos Valley, a school gym. KRHD News reporter Diamond Dixon brings us the one-of-a-kind story about a local student setting records on the weight bench and inspiring others.
While I may be only lifting 50 pounds, imagine high school senior Jason Batiste with 10.5 times more weight.
Jason Batiste squatted nearly a third of a ton when he competed at state for powerlifting.
I've been lifting since 3rd grade, and that has helped me grow to where I'm at now, where I'm a senior, I'm able to squat 700 pounds.
Jason may have big muscles, but he also has a big heart for his teammates, making sure they all succeed.
He was able to teach them new techniques along with the other seniors that we had on the team. we're helping out our younger guys to help them build their squad. Our younger guys set a lot of personal records this year, and even our older guys set a lot of personal records just based off of him.
Coming up at 6, we hear from one of Jason's teammates who shares their journey together at State.
You won't just catch Jason in the gym. You can also catch him at Prairie View A&M this fall studying business and computer science.
Reporting in Bryan, Diamond Dixon, Krhd News.
The largest multiple sclerosis fundraiser in the nation will be making its way to College Station this weekend. For the first time in its 30-year history, the Texas MS 150 bike ride will end up on Kyle Field Sunday. Because of the pandemic and varying weather issues, College Station has missed out on being a stop for the event for the last couple years. The event has already enrolled over 3,000 volunteers, and there is still time to sign up to help out. College Station residents will be able to witness the event in the form of roughly 7,000 or more bike riders near the Aggie campus this Sunday.
The Center for Countering Digital Hate has been tracking how social media platforms respond when hateful posts are brought to their attention. A new report out today focuses on posts containing anti-Muslim and Islam hate speech. CCDH reported more than 500 posts like this to all the major platforms using the same tools provided to the average user. Overall, they found that platforms failed to act 89% of the time.
What's extraordinary is that the same numbers come up every time we look at, so we reported anti-Semitic posts to the platforms a year ago, and 9 out of 10 times no action was taken. We reported posts containing serious misinformation about COVID that might lead to less of life. Again, 9 out of 10 times no action taken. These platforms have a systemic problem, and it's because they are not incentivized to actually be responsible administrators of the public square.
It is eye-opening when you look at right here on your screen how each platform scored in this latest report. TikTok took the most action. That was just 64% of the time. YouTube, right there on the right of your screen, they did the worst, failing to act 100% of the time. YouTube did not return our request for comment on this finding. CCDH also found that people spreading anti-Muslim and Islam hate were able to connect easily through hashtags. Some hashtag death to Islam, that was a common one that they came across.
These are incredibly offensive terms, and of course that they are used by very dangerous people to inculcate violence against innocent Muslims.
CCDH says while they push platforms and lawmakers to take more action, there are some steps that you can take.
If you see someone spreading hate, immediately block them. Hate is purposeful. Like, they want to actually affect people. They want to either make you angry or they want to draw you in. The key is not to let them have their impact.
You can find more information about the efforts at counterhate.com. It's hard to know how many companies and data brokers have personal information about us because it's always changing. Just Google your name and you will likely see a lot of things come up, but it's now getting easier to delete that data online. There's a few new apps that have launched in response to a more than 2-year-old California law around data privacy. That law requires most data brokers and big companies to delete your personal information or stop selling it if you tell them to do that. Consumer Reports found that big companies are going along with this no matter where you live, and the apps work as what is known as authorized agents.
For the user, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to give the agent permission to work on your behalf. So in some cases, that's signing an official form. You might even need a witness in the room. In other cases, it's just a part of the terms of service of a product that you sign up for. So when you sign up, it says, by signing up this product, this company has permission to make these requests on your behalf. And then off they go.
So there's still some bumps to work out with this when it comes to authorized agents. Consumer Reports put in requests on behalf of more than 100 volunteers asking companies to send their data to them, and most of the time the company did not respond.
In general, it seems like companies aren't really ready to deal with these requests. And in some cases, the requests coming from Consumer Reports on behalf of our volunteers were the very first authorized agent requests some of these companies had ever gotten.
Kaveh Waddell with Consumer Reports says that he expects as companies get more of these requests and the process will get easier. Consumer Reports researchers want regulators to make a few changes, like giving you more time to respond to companies when they ask you to verify your information and making it easier for authorized agents to prove they have permission to act on your behalf. Krhd and Optory are two apps that are currently working as authorized agents that you can find. Both offer their most basic plan for about $10 a month, but it could be worth it. Consumer Reports found doing this yourself would be more than a full-time job. Now, with these companies and others that will start offering this service, Waddell says that you really want to look at the terms of service, make sure they're getting relatively little information from you, and they're being transparent about how they're using it.
Cumulus clouds have been continuing to stream in from the south over the afternoon, and they are starting to finally thin out. So overnight, we will begin to see some clearer skies, but then going into tomorrow morning, suddenly we'll find some cloud cover returning, and that's going to kind of look like how things did earlier this morning. Tonight, though, we will be dropping down not too far, just into the upper 60s for many of us, like 68 for Navasota and Bryan College Station, Cameron 66, Franklin 66, with tomorrow's high temperatures in the mid-80s, 87 for Bryan College Station, Madisonville at 86, Cameron 85, and Caldwell at 87 degrees. And temperatures like that are going to continue for the next little while, generally the next week or so. So going into tonight, again, the cloud cover will thin out, but then by tomorrow morning, we see that moisture surge come in from the south. So kind of a cloudy, grayish start to your Friday morning. But by the time we reach lunch, that's going to be pretty much dissipating. So back to some partly cloudy conditions for the rest of Friday afternoon, which should look nice, and we'll see plenty of sunshine trying to peek through from time to time. Now, Saturday morning, maybe a shower or two. It will be cloudy once again, clearing out for Saturday afternoon. So, yes, we're kind of getting redundant here. But we will be watching to see if maybe Saturday evening, if any thunderstorms start to pop off to our north. And if that happens, maybe a couple could wander into the Brazos Valley. But just a 20% chance there. High of 84 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday. A slightly better chance of showers and storms comes through on Monday with a high of 86. And then we're really just looking at very isolated potential here for showers and storms for much of next week. But some of these numbers could go up as we look at future forecast data. And like I said, temperatures are going to remain in the 80s for quite some time.
NASA is preparing to send humans back to the moon within 3 years and to Mars in the 2030s. A special kind of dirt is helping crews get ready. Maya Rodriguez takes us inside the lab that is making this dirt that has become a big business.
In the race into space, this might be some of its dustiest work.
This one is hematite.
Very red. Oh, it's very red, and it gets everywhere.
Welcome to Exolith Lab.
So this is, for example, our Lunar Highland simulant. It makes up a good portion of the moon.
And their business is out of this world.
So what we do is we focus on making high-fidelity testing materials for spacecraft that are trying to land on the moon, Mars, asteroids, or any other planetary body.
Mix them together, get them nice and homogeneous so they're all even.
In other words, making space dirt.
Simulant is what we call it here.
Anna Medke is the Director of Operations for the lab.
So this is what we have after one spin.
Which is a collaboration of faculty, students, and staff based at the University of Central Florida.
We started off making just small little bowls of simulant, but as demand has grown, we've gotten more and more industrial size.
In just 3 years, Exolith Lab went from making 3 tons of simulant to more than 10 times that amount, 37 tons, shipping it all around the world.
It's just kind of like Amazon shipping, where you order something and we can ship it out within a day or two.
Definitely not clean work.
Their clients range from big aerospace companies to local schools.
All kinds of science fair projects can happen, right? We want to inspire young minds to also solve these big problems that we're trying to solve.
Part of the charm, if you will, of moon dirt and Mars dirt like this one is that it has a tendency to get everywhere. And while that's not a problem for me here on Earth, it can be a major problem for machines when they head off-world.
It sticks everywhere. Can you imagine if you were electronics trying to survive in this kind of environment?
This was not the day to wear the black pants.
We can make lots of different variations of material here and make sure that whatever machines we devise, that they can operate in all sorts of different environments.
Previous testing over the decades relied on sand, but it didn't hit the mark in size or chemical composition. NASA's Artemis mission is preparing to send humans back to the moon within 3 years and plans to send humans to Mars in the 2030s, making simulated extraterrestrial dirt a must-have tool.
Planetary missions are expensive, so if we're going to send something to another planetary surface and then find that it gets stuck in a ditch and our rovers can't dig its way out, then we need to be able to prepare for that.
That's where Parks Easter comes in.
My job is pretty much making sure it's as close as we can get.
With information collected from previous Moon and Mars rover missions, the lab uses materials found here on Earth, in lava rocks and other materials, to recreate surface soil found on other worlds.
I'm very invested in seeing where these rovers go. I mean, specifically for Viper, that's a rover that we've helped with a lot, and it's going to the moon. You know, when it lands, it's just going to be really exciting to see how well it works.
And to see whether the soil encountered up there hit the mark down here on Earth. In Orlando, Florida, I'm Maya Rodriguez.
This World News Tonight is just ahead, and we're back in 30 minutes for KRHD News at 6. Until then, have a good evening.